Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. I realize I am the last speaker of the day, and I really appreciate you hanging around to hear me today. I'm going to ask you to bear with me because I know you're all tired, and it's been a long day, but the things I want to share with you today could really impact your perspective on things. So I run a service agency called Guiding Hands Coordinated Services. We're a private service agency, and we've been open for more than 9 years. We provide support to almost 100 individuals. I opened Guiding Hands due to probably a lot of the same frustrations that most of you face. I was tired of wait lists. I was tired of struggling to find the right supports and services. So I have a sister with a developmental disability, and she had been waitlisted for most things for more than 13 years. And I was just frustrated and irritated. And I wanted to make sure that we found things that were the right fit for her. What I needed was an organization that was going to truly engage with her, that was going to challenge her and not give up, even when she wanted to. I needed a service that she would be excited to participate in, and one that would engage with her sense of adventure. And that was how and why I created Guiding Hands. I have a little video to share with you. I have a wonderfully talented son who created all my videos, so thank you.
TuneReal.com. TuneReal.com.
So that was a little video my son put together to show people a little bit about what Guiding Hands is and what we do. I'm not here today to talk to you about the merits of private versus public funding. However, I definitely could stand up on this soapbox someday and do that, and probably will. I'm not going to talk to you about how frustratingly broken our system is, because many of you already know that. But I'm actually here to share with you a key factor that I discovered in my sister's support. And it was very specifically the need for adventure and why it matters so much. So adventure is a key part in our development as children, and it's directly tied to how we continue to grow and learn as adults. As children, taking risks and exploring an adventure type play helps us develop in so many ways. There we go. So through adventure, through adventure, it helps us develop our gross and fine motor skills. We develop balance, coordination, strength, and stamina. We do that usually through things like jumping and running and climbing and going through obstacles, right? It develops our problem-solving skills when we have to navigate and find our way through challenges and obstacles. It develops our sense of imagination and creativity. It develops confidence and a sense of independence when we succeed overcoming new challenges. And resiliency when we fail and pick ourselves back up again to try. Teamwork and collaboration when we have to work together as part of a group to achieve a goal. It develops our communication skills, because when we participate in groups, it strengthens our ability to communicate and express ourselves to one another. We learn to understand our boundaries and limitations. Taking risks helps us learn about safety and where our boundaries should and shouldn't be, and the consequences of the choices we make. Through decision making, we have to evaluate risks in various situations, and that allows us to enhance those abilities. Psychologists have studied this for years, the importance of building adventure play in our children who are going through developmental stages. But somehow when we hit adulthood, we assume that those needs no longer apply to us. So why do we think adults don't need adventure? So adventure still matters to us. The reality is you and I continue to take risks in new ways throughout our life. When we get married, when we explore a new career, when we check out a new restaurant, if we travel somewhere we've never been before, adventure still matters to you and me. It just looks a little different. At Guiding Hands, we decided to tap into this psychology. I noticed that several of the individuals we support struggle with things. Whoop, where are we? They struggle with things like anxiety, depression, mental health disorders, things like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, all of these things that develop out of the way that our society is currently formed. They develop social isolation, and that was heightened and enhanced during COVID. How many of us actually felt connected during COVID? They developed poor physical health as a result of lack of physical activity. So we decided to tap into the psychology of adventure. We noticed that several of the individuals we supported struggled with those issues, and we wanted to figure out how to get them through what had developed into boredom with their lives. So we did this by building an adventure on a regular basis, allowing individuals to choose what their adventures looked like, and adding in a staff team who would cheerlead and encourage them every step of the way. And before we knew it, we began to see growth in the lives of our members. We watched them come out of their shells and develop positive self-esteem. They improved their physical well-being and began taking more initiative in their lives. They made new friends and developed and strengthened their natural support networks. They were able to start identifying their own problem behaviors and challenging themselves to conquer those behaviors. They set new life goals and started replacing negative talk with positive I statements. So, when we talk about adventure, what does that mean? What does it look like? And how do we build it in for those we love? Adventure is unique to each individual. It really is very different. For one person, it could be learning new skills like cooking or gardening. For somebody else, it could be learning to roller skate, going to a concert for the first time, or going down a water slide for the first time. It could be go-karting, hanging out with your favorite superhero, or going to camp and making lifelong friends. I'm not necessarily talking about the crazy and extreme sports like ziplining, treetop trekking, and obstacle courses, but for some of you, I could be. That could be the right fit for you. The point is, adventure is discovering and trying any new thing you haven't tried before. It has an element of risk with the possibility of failure in some way. Even me standing here today is adventure, right? I could come up here and I could succeed in giving you a new perspective, or I could fail miserably and you could boo me out of this gym, right? It comes with feelings of great accomplishment if you succeed, and an opportunity to learn if you fail. So how do we access this? You're thinking, okay, adventure's great, but trying new things costs money. How can we do this? Passport funding through Developmental Services Ontario is designed to do exactly that. So it's designed to allow you to access the community, designed to help you explore new hobbies and interests, and it's designed to help you work towards your goals. So adventure isn't written into the funding model, but it's essentially the backbone of what it was designed to do. Now, I know a lot of people want to take that funding and they utilize it for things that they feel are important, purchases and things like that. But for us, we really feel it's important to shift some of that focus, right? Do we really need the newest iPhone every year just because we have the funding and we can? So our goal is to help our people shift their focus and say, okay, we're going to do some of the purchases that we need to do, but we want to dedicate a percentage of this funding to actually trying new things, getting out there, exploring, and having fun. Because we feel it has such a major impact on people's lives. So you don't have to take my word for that, because some of our members wanted to share with you what adventure means to them.
Tell me about the best adventure you've had since joining Guiding Hands.
Best adventure I've had since joining Guiding Hands is definitely when we went up to Collingwood.
I think that would be going on trips like CNE, St. Jacob's Market, and just trips in general.
Oh yeah, Mud Girl Run.
The best adventure that I had joining Guiding Hands was going to camp.
But when I went to the bonfire.
The best adventure is trips like East Park, London.
What difference do you feel adventure has made in your life?
It's changed it for the better. I went from addicted to weed and alcohol and not leaving my home at all ever, to actually stepping out of my bubble and making friends and leaving.
It makes me feel like a kid again. I may grow old, but I'm never growing up.
It has made me healthier. It has made me a better person. And it's made me appreciate the little things.
The adventure in my life made me feel great, and it made me have like a positive impact in my life and like kind of have a positive adventure.
I get to meet new people and hang out with my current friends that I've made here.
It has actually helped me to interact with others other than just staying in the tight-knit shell.
What is the next adventure you want to try?
Horseback riding.
Clever maid.
Camping again. My adventure is going to camp.
I would like to go on that trip up north.
Why do you feel adventure is important?
Because you need to get out there and be yourself and have fun and, not be a couch potato, I guess.
Adventure is important because it makes us strong and improves ourselves.
Keeps you active. It keeps your mindset like positive and not so like down, and kind of try new things, I guess.
To be active.
Trying things that you never done before, and going beyond your limits, and just getting out there and stuff like that.
Because it's important for us, and I mean us, disability people, to keep the muscles going and everything else. That's why I think it's more fun to come to Guiding Hands and join them.
It gets me out into the community. It gets me involved doing things. And I think that's important.
Okay, so we do have a screen that says thank you, but I just want to share with you that some of those folks that sat on that camera and shared with you were not in a position a few years ago to be able to do that. And their emotional growth and their well-being has changed drastically since starting to get out and take on new challenges and learn new skills. The growth and the change that we've seen in people is remarkable, absolutely remarkable. And I cannot stress that enough.